Hello and welcome back to Wrongmar. In today's history lesson we're taking a first look at World War I. I asked you guys what questions you had about the topic, and by far the most popular question was this one. So our goal for today's lesson is to identify some of the causes of the First World War. It seems like a pretty good place to start, so let's just jump right into it. Let's set the stage. The year is 1914. Europe looks like this. From the outside it looks nice and calm and peaceful, with their fancy hats and their silent films, right? Wrong. Under the surface, tension is building up between the European countries. Think of it like a schoolyard. There are lots of different groups of countries who are supposed to be out playing, but instead of having fun, they're all gossiping about each other. Everyone is talking about everyone else behind their backs. Sometimes the groups try to steal things from another. Some of the smaller, weaker countries want to break away from the nasty gossipers, to go play by themselves in happiness. But the bigger countries say no, you have to stay here and listen to how stupid those other guys are. Add to this the fact that for some reason everyone on this yard has been giving the newest and deadliest war technology, and you can see where this is going no matter what happens. This is what was happening before the event that really kicked off World War I. A war was pretty much inevitable, even if a certain someone didn't take a certain journey in a certain city. Here are a few top tips for what not to do if you're an archduke in a country with people who hate you. Number 1. Don't go visit the city where the people who hate you live. Number 2. Don't tell them your route in the newspaper before you arrive. And number 3, don't drive around in a convertible. Unfortunately, Archduke Franz Ferdinand of the Austro-Hungarian Empire didn't read that memo before he left on his trip to Sarajevo in Bosnia, 1914. And you're never gonna guess what happened next. A group of assassins were waiting for him along the way. One of them threw a bomb, but in a stroke of incredible luck, they missed and blew up the car of the soldiers behind the Archduke. Phew, said the Archduke. That was close. We should probably go home now, right? Said his wife. I have a better idea. Let's go back out in our open-topped car and go visit those soldiers, said the Archduke. That doesn't seem like a better plan, said his wife. Don't worry. As long as we don't take a wrong turn or anything, we should be just fine. The driver took a wrong turn, and by total coincidence, they got stuck beside one of the failed assassins, who shoots the Archduke dead. And then things on the schoolyard really kick off. Austria-Hungary is pretty annoyed that the heir to the throne has just been killed. So they go over to Serbia and say, "Hey, did you have something to do with this?" And Serbia says, "No," even though they probably did. So Austria-Hungary goes over to their good friend Germany and says, "Hey, we're gonna go beat up Serbia. You in?" And Germany said, "Yeah, we got your back." So Austria-Hungary sends Serbia a long list of impossible wishes and says, "You better do all this, or else." Serbia says, "No." And so starts the biggest chain reaction of BFF clubs you've ever seen. Austria-Hungary declares war on Serbia, and they bring their friend Germany along for muscle. But Serbia are friends with Russia. Russia brings their friend France along too. Then Montenegro joins in, because they don't really like Austria-Hungary either. France says, I've got the perfect friend to help us out. Really strong, really brave, and really reliable. A good friend. So, they give Britain a call, and ask them if they'll help out. Britain are quite happy to be on their own, away from this madness, so they say, let me think about that. So, round 1 of World War I is ready to start. On the blue team we have Serbia, Russia, France, and Montenegro. On the red team we have Austria-Hungary and Germany. Cast your votes now for who you think will win the first round. And join us next week, when we'll find out if Britain has made a decision yet. That's all we have time for this week. Until next time, take care.